It is Tamzin's last full day visiting Arizona.
Hello, Tamzin here.
With all the adventures we've been having, I completely forgot to put the lights up. And I'm noticing I've got Christmas lights there and Christmas lights there, and I'm just so happy.
I feel like I'm still jet lagged 2 weeks in.
Hello and welcome to day 14? I think it's 14. Day 14 of Vlogmas. Because I'm pretty sure yesterday was day 13. So welcome to day 14 of Vlogmas. Welcome if you're new here. Hi, I'm Andrea. I'm a full-time university writing instructor and a part-time content creator and indie author. Welcome back if you're one of my lovely returning friends. It is great to have you all here today. I'm feeling very festive with this bold red lip. We will see how long this lasts. I'm kind of liking how it looks in the viewfinder and in the natural light. It was looking a little bit dark in my fluorescent lighting in the bathroom. Hair is still getting brushed out a little bit. Plane is flying by outside. I'm not sure how well the curls have gone today, but we're just gonna roll with it. It is Tamzin's last full day visiting Arizona. So this is our last day to kind of run around and do stuff and have fun. So we are going to run an errand. She ordered some Converse in a Black Friday sale on their website, and unfortunately they didn't fit. So there is a Converse factory store, factory outlet, something like that, on the other side of town over near Westgate. So not quite by my parents' house, but still on their side of town. So we called them up and they do accept returns from the Converse website. So we're gonna return the shoes there and probably have a look around the Converse factory store, see if Tamzin likes something there in the store that she can exchange the shoes for. Otherwise, we'll just return the shoes. And then we are meeting Mom and Lisa and possibly Dad for lunch at the Peoria Artisan Brewery, I think. We just call it the Peoria Brewery, but I think it's Artisan Brewery, which is a place that Tamzin fell in love with on your last 2 trips, right? We've gone, or just the last one?
I don't know, 2, because I think the first time we went in person and the second time we got takeover.
Yeah, so she really likes it. We really like it. We don't eat there nearly enough, even though it's not terribly far from my parents. It's not like right next door, but it's not a million miles away either. So we don't go that often. So we're kind of using Tamzin's visit as an excuse. So yeah, Tamzin is now ready, I believe, all set. So we are gonna get on the road and we will take you all with us for whatever adventures we get up to today. Have made it across town. It turns out the factory store, I wasn't connecting this, but it's at the Tanger Outlets, which are across from Westgate. Oh, it feels nice in the shade. Traffic across town wasn't bad, even though it's a Friday. It's kind of post-morning rush hour. But yeah, we've managed to find the Converse store. We're parked right behind it. So we're gonna pop in there first, but then this is a whole outlet mall, so there's tons of stores here. We were gonna go across the way to Westgate, but I don't think we need to. I think this is where all the shopping is going to be. So we'll hang out here, do some shopping. We should see if they've got a coffee shop. Let me look at the map really quick before we go into Converse. Might try to get some coffee. I'll show you all the Christmas decorations. Yeah, we'll just see what we can find in the shops.
It's an early December morning. as you hand me the door. We got by, falling just like these snowflakes, tumbling down, round and around. I'm falling just like these snowflakes, falling for you, falling for you. Hadn't counted on love for Christmas. This caught me right off guard. But I ain't complaining. It's a wonderful present, a gift that comes in the shape of a heart. And now I'm falling just like these snowflakes, tumbling down, round and around. I'm falling just like these snowflakes, falling for you, falling for you. And if I were to make a wish upon a star,
Hello, Tamzin here. Very tired, Tamzin.
Very tired.
I am so exhausted. So exhausted. I can't even speak, apparently. I'm here, obviously, with Andrea. I haven't just completely taken over her vlog. We've just had lunch, which probably hasn't helped with my tiredness because I'm now like, I need a food coma-esque nap,
Yeah.
you know? So yes, very tired, but food was delicious. Food was delicious.
It was so
I was meant to say lunch was delicious, but the food was delicious. It was so good. I have missed that place. I have been dreaming of those beer pretzels
Yes.
for 5 years.
Oh my gosh.
And I
Those
finally was
pretzels were
reunited.
even better than I remembered them.
Yeah, because I think, well, the last time we came, we got them takeout, and I don't think they were as good takeout.
Yeah.
So the last
Even
time we
the
ate
first
it,
time, I feel like they were better than I remembered
Yeah.
it from the first time.
I have to look back at photos, but I
Yeah,
feel like they were even
but-
bigger this time and just like juicier.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, they were really soft and really doughy. They weren't dry like you were saying.
They weren't at all. So tasty, and I had some cauliflower wings, as well. And what did you have, like chicken?
I got, yeah, like their chicken strips, but the batter on them, the breading and batter was, oh, so good. They come with ranch, which I'm not a fan of, but like, they didn't need anything. They didn't need any kind of sauce. They weren't dry. Oh, they were just amazing. And then I got their dirty fries.
The fries there are so good, and I didn't order any because I was like, I've got enough food, but I was kind of thinking, oh, I wish I got some fries. And then they like accidentally brought us two portions, and we're like, oh, you can just have them. And I was like, yes,
Yeah,
I've manifested that.
I got a side of their fancy aioli to go along with it, which the seasoning on the dirty fries is a bit spicy, and then the aioli is a little bit spicy as well. So just FYI, but you can do. They have something called the fry bar, where you get a portion of fries. I think it's a bigger portion than the regular size, and then you can choose from 4 dipping sauces.
Yeah.
But the dipping sauces, I only wanted the aioli, and I was already going to get some cheese fondue with the pretzels, so I'm like, I'll just get a side of fries,
Yeah.
not the full fry bar. But we've done the fry bar in the past,
Yeah.
and do
Just
highly recommend
the
it.
seasoning on the fries. It's like sweet and salty and a little bit spicy. Like I can't compare it to anything. Like the closest thing I would compare it to is like salt and pepper chips, like from the Chinese. But it's not. It's like sweeter and like, again, you wouldn't really need any dip. I mean, I did have ranch with mine because I love ranch, and their ranch is really good. But you wouldn't need any dip with the fries because they were just so tasty, like so tasty.
So if you live in the Phoenix Valley, the Peoria Artisan Brewery is up in like northern Peoria. But if you live generally on the northwest side of town, I do think it's worth a drive.
It's so tasty. So tasty, and they had a really nice patio. We were sat outside on the patio, and it was all just lovely. So yeah, I definitely recommend as well.
And before that, we had fun at the outlets.
Yes.
So Tamzin got a couple things. You have to go see her vlog to see what she got. I resisted. I did find some things that like were on a really good sale, and so that was tempting. But I didn't actually need any of those items. month of December, so was able to resist that, but I couldn't help myself to ask about it.
It was.
And we went into a luggage shop, the Toomey store, so that I could just ask. I've heard about the brand, figured may as well check them out. I don't think I will, if I'm going to spend that much money on luggage, I don't think it's going to be from Toomey, but they did have some really nice stuff, so that was worth it to pop in, because I don't think I'd want to go into a regular, like, full price Toomey store and ask those questions. I do find that the outlets are a good place if you just want to, like, dip your toe and, like, learn about the brand. The outlets are a good place to do that. So we had fun at the outlet mall, and it didn't take us too long to get from there to the brewery, and now we are on our way. Tamzin's hand is cramping up. It's fine. She loves when I ask her to update the vlog. So yeah, we're on our way now back to my parents' house to just hang out with the family for a little bit, and for Tamzin to kind of spend last little bit of time with them before we go back to the apartment, and then tomorrow I have to take her to the airport. So this is her last day to kind of see Gus and the family and everyone. So we're gonna hang out with them, figure out where we want to go for dinner, what we want to do for dinner.
I don't think I want to do anything big because we have like desserts at home.
Yes, we do, and those need to be eaten.
So I feel like I might just, if we went to like say Chipotle and just get like a few tacos.
That
sort of
I'd
thing.
be down for that.
Yeah, I might just.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
So
think that's
we'll
a good
figure
idea.
that out and update you on when we leave the apartment or leave mom and dad's house.
Yes.
Okay, we are home. We are back. Tamzin's already making herself comfortable on the couch. Don't fall asleep.
I'll try not to. I feel like I've perked up a little bit.
Good. Because I don't want you to fall asleep too early on your last night here. Tamzin needs to start getting packed at some point. So I'm gonna let you rest a little bit. I'm gonna go out onto the balcony and put up the balcony Christmas lights. So my apartment complex has a really weird rule, although other people like seem to get around. I think they need to update their rule, because I know people put up Halloween decorations, but basically we're not supposed to do outdoor lights outside of December. But I know there are people who put up like bistro lights on their balcony all year long, and tons of people put up stuff for Halloween. Of course, a little bit before Thanksgiving, the leasing office sent out an email saying, Halloween's been over for a few weeks and some people still have their Halloween decorations, so maybe could you take those down? So technically though, in our leases, it says specifically no outdoor lights outside of the month of December. So I am a habitual rule follower, for better or worse. So I don't put my lights up until December 1st typically. But with all the adventures we've been having, I completely forgot to put the lights up on December 1st. So I'm behind, I am late. It is December 6th. We also have advent calendar chocolate. We're gonna be eating nothing but sugar tonight, I feel like. We have the tiramisu to finish, and we have the lobster tail that we got at the Sicilian Baker yesterday. And you've got your cannolis.
Yes.
As well. We've got advent calendar chocolate. We have so much chocolate and sweets, and we need to eat as much of it as possible before Tamzin leaves. So you definitely need to eat the cannolis, because I would not eat pistachio cannolis. If I've got to finish some of the other stuff, I could.
I want the other stuff too.
But you want the other stuff too. We were gonna go to Chipotle for dinner, but driving home, we were both like, are you hungry? Not really. Are you hungry? Not really. So we might do Chipotle tomorrow, kind of last minute before I take Tamzin to the airport, if we're feeling a little bit peckish tomorrow. But yeah, I think tonight we're just gonna raid the fridge. There's still a few bits from Whole Foods that Tamzin bought that she hasn't finished yet. And you definitely have to finish the vegetarian stuff, because I won't eat it. So I think we're just gonna kind of graze and pick out of the refrigerator this evening for dinner. I'm still quite full from lunch. Lunch was so good, but it was a lot, so I'm not feeling that hungry. It's, to be fair, it's not that late. It's only 5:24, so it's still not that late. So we might feel a little bit hungrier in like an hour. But I just didn't feel like stopping at Chipotle on the way home, and now that we're home, I really don't want to go back out. I thought about maybe skipping it on the way home, but then going back out at like 6:30 or something. But now that I'm home, I shouldn't have sat down, because now I don't know if I can get back up. But I really want to put up the outdoor lights before the sun sets completely. There is the beginning of, well, the moon is up. So I don't know what I'm saying. There's the beginning of a moonrise. The moon has risen. The moon is directly above us, but there's a really pretty little crescent moon out there right now. I'm wearing my moon tarot card necklace, so I'm feeling all the moon vibes today. So yeah, I want to get the Christmas lights up so that we can enjoy those during Tamzin's last evening. And while she's packing, we might watch a movie, so I will keep you updated on our fun, cozy night in. But I think that's what we're both kind of needing and looking forward to, is just a cozy night in. And you seem fairly packed.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Yeah.
There's stuff in the suitcases.
Yeah, I just probably should take it out and rearrange it slightly.
Yeah. The night before we left, well, I got kind of lucky, because when we were leaving Oxford, I'd already done a lot of packing in York, and there was like half of my suitcase when we got to Oxford that I just didn't unpack. So, but I still feel like Tamzin seems a little bit more packed than I did the night before we left Oxford to fly back to Arizona. So she's not doing too bad. But yeah, I will help in any way that I can. But we are going to have just a really chill night. But first, I want to go put up these Christmas lights, because I have been missing them, and all of my neighbors are outdoing me. A lot of my neighbors have put up their Christmas lights. And I guess the one benefit of the tree people hacking this tree outside my balcony to pieces is I can actually see the lights of my neighbor across the way. Normally the tree blocks the view of their balcony, but I've got the little bit of twinkling, well, not twinkling lights, but the little glitter of red and white candy cane type lights peeking through there. So I will enjoy that. But yeah, let's put up some Christmas lights, and then I'm gonna get cozy and relax. Okay, we are, I think Tamzin's mostly packed now. So we're about to just kind of relax for the rest of the night. See if Tamzin can manage to stay awake for a little while. But we are planning a slightly early morning, so we probably don't want to stay up too late. But while she was finishing up packing, I was finishing up Vlogmas editing. So I have managed to get tomorrow's Vlogmas edited and exported, and it is currently uploading. So all I need to do now is jot down all the timestamps and make the thumbnail, and then get all the like upload information correct. And I'm noticing I've got Christmas lights there and Christmas lights there, and I'm just so happy. The outdoor balcony lights are done. So I've got multicolored lights here. I have a remote for those somewhere because they do also go white lights, but they turned on color, multicolor when I plugged them in. So that was what I set them at last. And I've got my big light up snowflakes, and then I've got my snowflake projector, which projects snowflakes onto the ceiling, which I kind of like because if anyone's walking by down below and they're looking up at the balcony, they won't just see the railing, they'll also see those. And you can see what I was talking about. I can see the lights from my neighbor's balcony across the way. I've taken off the red lipstick. I still haven't taken off the winged eyeliner, so I need to do that. The apartment's still a little bit of a mess. We're gonna kind of clean up some of it, like clean up the bedding and put away some of the bedding, and what needs to get washed we'll put to the side tomorrow. We'll get the couch kind of back to normal before she leaves, just so we can make sure that there's nothing of hers stuck within all the bedding. But I think she's got everything. We were missing a pair of trousers for a few minutes. Even called Mom and Lisa at the house to say, hey, is there a pair of black trousers that aren't supposed to be there? And they were like, no, we don't see anything. And then she found them. So crisis averted. But yeah, it's her last night. We've got advent calendar chocolate to eat, so I'm gonna get those down because it's the 6th, and I think we've opened through the 4th, so we need to eat the 5th and the 6th days of chocolate. We've also got tons of Italian pastries, and she's got, I think I said this earlier in the vlog, she's got some stuff left from Whole Foods that she needs to eat, so we're gonna sort all of that out. But I think it's gonna be a late dinner of little picky bits and pastries while we chat and hang out. I'm not ready. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't like seeing her stuff being packed up. I don't like knowing that tomorrow, like at least we have a good amount of time tomorrow, but I still don't like it. I'm not happy. I'm not happy at all. So yeah, but it will be okay. We will survive. Mom was joking when we thought we couldn't find her trousers. Mom was like, well, if we find them, we'll just have to go to England to give them back to you. So Mom's already ready to like start planning the next trip.
Don't, I was crying,
Yeah, Tamzin, I didn't say this earlier, Tamzin said this in her vlog, but Tamzin was getting a little bit emotional in the car, which then got me emotional, and I'm like, you can't do this, or I'm gonna start crying too. We're gonna be a wreck tomorrow when we're not thinking about that right now. I'm in my concentric circles of like focus where I'm only thinking as far out as I can without stressing about it. So like, I'm just focusing on enjoying the rest of tonight before we go to sleep.
That's what
We'll focus on tomorrow, and you'll see all of that in the next day of Vlogmas. But yeah, are we ready for food?
Yes.
Food and chat? Okay, time for some food and time for being cozy in front of all the Christmas lights. What?
I just remembered I have a Dorito soda in the fridge.
Yes, you do. You've got lots of good stuff to eat. You're probably going to end up staying up a little bit late tonight because we're going to end up with such a sugar high probably. Because most of what we have, you've got a little bit of savory stuff from Whole Foods, but most of it is like pastries and chocolate and stuff. So definitely want to drink a lot of water as well. So yeah, we're going to get on with the rest of our evening being cozy in front of all the festive lights. Okay, Miss Tamzin is checked in. Sad times. She's got her seat. She knows where she's sitting. She's just looking at Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport's website for some information. We've had our very random dinner things, and we're kind of figuring out what time we need to be leaving for the airport tomorrow, which honestly isn't until like 4:30 in the afternoon, so we'll have a good amount of time tomorrow, and I probably won't have to say goodbye to her until closer to 5:30 is when she'll need to be like walking through security. So I'm trying to make sure you're not directly below the ceiling fan because I don't really feel like getting up to turn it off. But yeah, she's pretty much packed. She's checked in. It's starting to feel real. She's leaving. I don't want her to go. I don't think she wants to leave, but she also is ready to go home.
I'm just tired. I'm tired, and like, I do, you know, have a boyfriend to get back to, I suppose.
She has a life. How dare she? You're not supposed to have a life beyond us here in Arizona.
I wish our lives were more, what's the word, local to each other.
But you wish that I lived in Yorkshire, not that you wished lived in Arizona.
Yeah, I mean, I do love Arizona, but
you don't want to live here.
No.
Not really. Yeah, she's agreeing. I'm not putting her on camera because she is already very cozy and ready for bed and probably doesn't want to be on camera anymore.
No.
Did you finish your vlog for today, or are you vlogging today and tomorrow together?
I don't know. Respectfully, I don't know.
Tamzin doesn't know what she's doing with her vlog at this point.
I feel like I'm still jet lagged 2 weeks in.
Yeah.
Like, that's how, like, all over the place
I feel like we hit the ground running. Because literally, like, Sunday was semi-quiet, us going over to Mom and Dad's house. But then Monday, your first Monday here, the second full day she was here, we were up and driving to Prescott. And that was a really busy day. And then it was just one thing after another, you know, shopping and hanging out down here in Phoenix, and then Thanksgiving, and then decorating, and then going downtown, and then going and visiting campus and doing changing hands, and then going to the Grand Canyon. And we were talking about this in the car. The Grand Canyon was a lot for you.
It was a lot.
She had a lot of fun. She's glad you're glad you did it.
Yeah.
But it took a lot out of her, the altitude and the cold, all the things that I love. But they were a little bit more of a struggle for Tamzin.
It kind of felt like, you know, when we were talking the other day about roller coasters.
Yeah.
And how, like, I have a theory that, like, roller coasters can send me into, like, a flare. Yeah. Because of, like, the adrenaline. And
I think
kind of being
the Grand Canyon.
About. I think that, like, the Grand Canyon was, like, a roller coaster.
I had a slight come down the next day. Just fatigue from all the driving and the tenseness. I was so tense that whole drive back down to Phoenix. You and Lisa were crashed out in the back seat. But I was trying to make sure that I stayed awake so that I could make sure that Mom stayed awake. But then seeing the lack of road in front, like, it was so dark. It was so dark. You could not tell if there was ground right off the highway or if there was a sheer drop. And I knew that driving along that road, there were some stretches that it was a sheer drop. It was terrifying. I didn't want to say it at the time. I didn't want, Tamzin waking up in the back seat and hear me panicking, but Mom and I both breathed a huge sigh of relief when we pulled into the garage or into the driveway that night. So I definitely felt like my body was releasing a lot of tension the next day. So I can imagine how it was even more so for you. Yeah. So, but yeah, it was a busy trip. I feel like we packed more in than we have in the past.
Yeah, for sure.
Because in the past we've gone down like to Sierra Vista or something, and that we're staying at a house down there, and we're doing a road trip, but we're not doing all the driving in one day the way that we have this trip.
It's probably a big part of it. It was just more condensed.
And we've done a lot around Phoenix, and that's a lot of driving. Driving to campus and back, driving downtown and back.
Well, that's what I was saying as well. I don't know if you were there when I was saying it, but I'm not used to being in a car so much.
Mm-mm.
I don't drive. Alistair doesn't drive. So
no, if this was England,
or a bus.
Yeah, or a train. Like if this was England, we'd be if this was London, we'd be taking the tube to all these places. We wouldn't be walking as much. So, yeah, we were driving. Yeah, taking an Uber like we did.
Yeah, that's it. It just it's a lot. There's been a lot of variables.
Yeah.
I suppose with this trip, which it doesn't take away from it at all. Obviously, I've had the most incredible time.
Yeah.
But there's just
but we've worn you out.
Yeah, exactly.
Worn me out. I've got so much grading to do next week, but I am going to completely crash. You're leaving tomorrow on a Saturday. I keep going out of focus. But I feel like on Sunday, I'm obviously not going to do any grading. I'm not going to do any work on Sunday. And so I feel like on Sunday, I'm just going to be completely horizontal on this couch.
I wish I.
Watching YouTube.
Because I just feel like I have such a long journey ahead of me, which is also stressing me out.
Yeah.
I'm leaving Phoenix on Saturday afternoon, and I'm not going to get back to Leeds until Monday afternoon.
Yeah. Not because it takes that long to fly to England, but because when she lands in England, in Heathrow, she'll leave here Saturday night. She'll land there Sunday afternoon. And then she's spending the night near Heathrow before getting the train back up to Leeds. Because you said it's about a 3-hour train ride.
Yeah, so by the time I land in Heathrow on Sunday, it's going to be 2 p.m.
Yeah.
So by the time I would have gotten out of the airport...
And to the train station.
To the train station, then into central London and da-da-da.
Because you'd have to go from Heathrow into central London, and then from central London get the train up north.
Yeah, so that's 3 hours in total, and I could do it on the Sunday afternoon, but the problem is that's counting on there not being any delays.
Yeah. And
if I buy a train ticket and there's a delay, etc. And also I'll have just come off on an 11-hour flight.
Yeah.
No sleep, probably. Well, I don't sleep on planes, so no sleep when I should have slept as well, because it'll be the night time here. So I'll just be absolutely exhausted.
I wouldn't do it. I would do it exactly how you've done it on both ends. I would have spent the night at Heathrow.
I did it on the way.
On the way here.
And then I'm gonna stay over in Heathrow so then I can get some sleep, break it up a little bit, and then head back to Leeds on Monday. But then it obviously just drags it out.
Yeah.
It's the thought of I'm leaving here tomorrow, but I'm not going to be home until Monday afternoon.
Yeah.
And like, you know, when you just want to get home.
Yeah.
When you've started to travel.
Well, that's the thing. At the end of a trip, like this was how I felt when, traveling back from Oxford, like at the end of a long trip, and you like, especially for me, like I didn't want to go home, but I knew I had to come home. And so it's like, fine, if I have to go home, I just want to be there the fastest, most painless way possible. Mm-hmm. And the thought of...
Well, it's kind of like purgatory, isn't it? Like, that's probably an exaggeration, but like, in the sense that I'm not here with you.
You're not here with us having fun, but you're not, yeah.
So it's like I'm just on my own, tired.
And so then every little thing that doesn't go exactly according to plan or absolutely perfectly, you just get so irritated and stressed by.
That's it. It's just that horrible middle ground of like, I'm neither here or there. Like, just get me somewhere that is not on a plane.
Yeah.
And like, I don't mind flying. Well, actually, I don't like flying anymore. I used to like it, and now I'm just like, I'm so sick of it.
I don't like flying as much anymore. I still enjoy seeing the views out the window, but generally, I would not say I enjoy flying anymore.
I'm just finding it more and more uncomfortable. More and more uncomfortable, and I guess, like...
I don't like airports. I don't like security. I don't like crowds. I find the airport incredibly overstimulating and overwhelming. There's too many things that can go wrong, and so then my brain is just in constant threat assessment of, is there going to be a delay? Is there going to be some weird person who's going to cause a problem? Is there going to be an unhelpful staff member who causes a problem? You know, this, that, and the other. Is the person who sits in front of me going to, flip their seat all the way back? Which did happen on the flight home. So irritating.
It happened on the way here. And then I told you, didn't I?
Yeah.
About that.
So it's just, I just don't enjoy flying anymore. If I could fly private, that'd be different. Because I like being up in the air, and I like seeing the world from a window seat.
I'm not scared of flying.
I am. But I still enjoy seeing the view.
But in the sense that, like, I'm not scared really of the actual, like, plane and being high up and the heights and stuff. I just don't. It's the uncomfortability of it.
Yeah.
And, like, the longness.
And that's my problem. I'm scared of both. It's the anxiety of travel and airports and security and delays and everything that could go wrong. Will it go wrong? There's that anxiety, but then every bump, every noise, like when the plane is in the air, I've gotten so scared of flying. So I get hit from both ends.
I mean, no one. When, like, if it's really, like, turbulent or whatever, like, I'm not particularly going to enjoy it. But then I always just think at this moment and, like, turn your ears off. You can edit this out if you want, or turn your ears off if, you're a bit scared of flying. But I just think, what can you do in that situation? If the plane's going to go down, it's going to go down. Brace for impact. Like, it's just one of them things, isn't it? It's like, there's no going back from here.
Yeah.
Let's see on the way out.
Yeah.
Alas. Oh.
Okay.
I just want to be transported.
Well, if teleportation existed, it'd be so ridiculously expensive that only the rich would be able to use it. Well, same with private jets. Be no different. Maybe private jets would get less expensive if all the rich people started using teleportation.
Maybe. If I could just fly or something.
Yeah.
But apparently that's exertion.
Yeah.
Was it you that was telling me about the birds?
Yeah. I saw somewhere, I can't remember where, but so I have no idea if this is true or not. But apparently...
I'm sure somebody will fact check me.
Someone can fact check me in the comments. But according to some random thing I saw, birds prefer to walk or run on their legs rather than fly, because flying to birds is what running is to us. And so just like we don't like running everywhere, birds don't like flying everywhere.
You did that thing that, like, I do, and I know this is not what you do, But when you was like, I saw this random thing somewhere, or like I read this news article, and like that's me, but it's a TikTok.
Yeah. Yeah.
I saw it. I saw it.
You saw a TikTok
online, and
yeah.
it was a TikTok.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Andrew doesn't watch TikTok.
No.
She's got too many degrees for that.
Well, that's not why. That's not why.
She's too smart for TikTok.
Okay, we'll say that. Oh, but I've got a flashing battery light, so we need to end this vlog because this one also needs to go to sleep. It's probably going to cut me off anyway, so I'm probably going to have to get up and change the battery in a second. But we will end this vlog here. I hope you've enjoyed this vlog. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed. I'd really appreciate both of those things. Say hi in the comments. Leave me some shopping bag emojis for us going to the outlet mall. I think there's also a pretzel emoji, so you can leave us a pretzel emoji to let us know which one of you lovely people have made it all the way to the end of this vlog. Go check out Tamzin's channel at Tamzin. I will try to remember to leave it linked in the description box below, but it's just at Tamzin. A question? Do we have a question?
Do they like flying?
Do you like flying? Are you a fan of flying? Are you afraid of flying? Where do you fall on that spectrum?
And what is your preferred mode of transport?
And what is your preferred mode of transport? I like trains. Trains feel good. I like trains.
Bus. Like it's
a bus?
Road, but like, I like being on the bus, you know? Like it's not as stressful. Especially if I'm getting the bus from the bus station, like, and I don't have to like wait at a stop. Like, yeah, I'm a fan of the bus.
Yeah, I love trains. Which is one of the reasons why I love England, because there's so many trains I can take. So yeah,
if they turn up.
If they turn up. So yeah, those are your questions and your emojis and all of that. So let's chat So let's chat about all of that down in the comments, and we will see you all tomorrow for the next day of Vlogmas and Tamzin's last day in Arizona, and we will see you all then. Bye bye. We made it before it cut us off.
Perfect.
Yay!